I've been asked to share my spiritual awakening story, and honestly, I didn't know where to start because there hasn't been just one, there has been many. I'm taking part in a challenge right now that's guiding me into my next chapter of writing a book. And before I go there, I felt it was important to share with you for this channel where I came from, what shaped me, and what has led me to this soul-led mission of guiding others through high-frequency living, whole health, and the deep work of the subconscious mind. Today, I'm a registered holistic health practitioner, Psych K facilitator, and entrepreneur of over 20 years. But life obviously didn't start this way. I grew up surrounded with domestic violence, addiction, mental illness, chaos. But somewhere inside, as a little girl, I had a belief that anything was possible if I wanted it enough, even though everything around me told me otherwise. There was a spark inside of me that knew there was more. I guess that was my first experience with awakening, my first experience of faith, of understanding the imagination and the power of it and resilience. And I didn't know it then, but that energy, that belief, it saved my life. Fast forward about 5 years ago, at a time I'm sure all of us remember. At the time I was running several businesses, and on paper I had everything from success, stability, I had status, but inside I felt empty, I felt disconnected. I just didn't know who I was anymore. And then I had a medical procedure that went wrong. And from that moment, everything shifted. My body was in disease. My mind was uncertain. I no longer recognized the person that was looking back at me in the mirror. I got angry with the world, and with that anger brought up all the wounds, all the trauma that I thought I had healed, all the emotions that I had suppressed without realizing. It was like the universe held up a mirror and said, "You can't hide from me anymore." And I guess that was my dark night of the soul. And in that darkness, in that moment, I made a choice. I walked away from everything that no longer elevated me or challenged me or made me feel alive. I cleared my house, the cars, the clothes, the noise, people. Yeah, and it was harsh. It was harsh decisions that I had to make, but I couldn't ignore that I wasn't okay, and I couldn't ignore the things that I knew were toxic. That moment in that collapse became my awakening, because spiritual awakening isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been underneath all the noise. And when life gets tough, when the darkness shows up, when everything feels like it's falling apart, that's not the end. That's the beginning, the peeling of another layer that allows you to get closer to who you truly are. And I've learned through many years of study and practice that the mind and body are never separate. True health is about alignment between the conscious and the subconscious, the body and the spirit, the human and the divine. And that's exactly why I teach this, I live this, I share my journey, my voice, to empower you with this awareness and to lead through your heart, because everything changes when you connect with your heart. Your heart is your compass. It's your direct connection to source. It's where your truth lives, where your frequency rises, and where you begin to remember that you are not separate. You are creation. You are the creator. It's inside of you. You are one with source. You are not separate from it. And the moment you trust your heart, you stop chasing alignment and you start living it. We often find ourselves questioning what spiritual awakening really means, beyond the buzzwords, beyond the noise, or beyond the bullshit that so many try and sell. Spirituality is simply a journey of remembering who you are, who you chose to be in this lifetime, and the mission you came here to live. The more you grow, the more you understand that feeling of joy in your heart, that warmth, that peace, that's your exact connection to source. That's who you truly are. And the more you return there, peeling away the layers of programming and conditioning, the closer you come to living in full authenticity, which I remind you is the highest frequency that you can live by. My awakening, this particular awakening, wasn't about becoming someone new. It's about meeting me, loving me, accepting more of me in the rawness and through that darkness. Remember, I'm a soul having a human experience and not the other way around. So if you're in that space of uncertainty or change, remember this. You're not losing yourself. You're meeting yourself again and again and again. And every time you come home to your heart, you step closer to your truth, to source, to live the life that you were meant to live.